Guys, Stevie P from themindtutor.co.uk up here in Prestatyn, North Wales. Just came on just to give you a little information about me really and the business and what we're up to up here in North Wales, and just to let you know we do have electricity now, and also don't forget we're allowed to move around, unlike the guys over there in the UK. So guys, you stay over there, don't you come here. I'm joking, guys. Can't wait till it all opens up again. You know, in these times are a little bit strange, to say the least. But one of the things, that has happened is expanded my business. I think hugely. I mean, I've always have been doing online anyway, as well as one-to-one, face-to-face. But obviously with the pandemic, there's no face-to-face. It's just expanded, and not just here in this country and my little village in Prestatyn, but also it's actually all over the world. You know, I have inquiries from California, from Canada, from New Zealand, the whole of Europe. So, and I'm working with guys and girls all over the world, and it's fantastic, to be honest. I cannot moan. Every day I'm in a different country. Who could wish for more? I mean, the last time I did that was, funny enough, many years ago now, when I was an entertainer, singer and a comedian, and I used to do between 40 flights a year, between 30 and 40 flights a year, traveling all over the world. And to be honest, a lot of that has actually crept into my hypnotherapy, especially the transferable skills. You know, being able to chat and talk to people, being that confidence that you really need to be a good hypnotherapist. So, you know, all those skills have been transferable. I mean, before I was doing hypnotherapy, as I said, I was an entertainer, and then I actually I met my wife up here in North Wales when I came up for some work, and then I didn't know what I wanted to do. So my wife is a nurse, a practitioner, and she suggested that, you know, there were some jobs going, if I wasn't too fussy, there were some porter jobs going in the hospital, in the local hospital. So I thought, well, why not? You know, I've always had the gift of the gab. I'm sure I could make a difference, pushing people around and, you know, maybe cheering up their day. And I loved it so much, but I thought I could do more. And then a job came up for Welsh Ambulance, and so I retrained. At my age, my God, what's going on? So I retrained, and as a medic. Who knew I could do that? I didn't. Oh my God, it was so tough at the time. You know, I had exams, daily exams. You know, it was a lot of time. It was going in this ear and out the other ear. But what I did learn, and I have my skills there, my transferable skills with being able to talk to people. So, you know, I would have people in the back of the ambulance that were unwell, but, you know, the blood pressure would be up there and the heart rate would be up there, and because they used to get that thing, you know, get on the back of the ambulance, they're scared. And, you know, that trip into the hospital without even giving them any medication, just talking to them, you could do so much good. I just found you could do so much good that a lot of times by the time you got to the hospital, their blood pressure was right down to normal, as was their heart rate, you know, without any medication at all. So, you know, that was good. It was great. And I loved it. But unfortunately, had a big accident in the ambulance. Not my fault, or not my driver, or the driver at the time. I think actually I was the driver at the time, going back thinking. But we were just pottering along, just come off our break, in fact. And we were hit by a drunk driver at 70 miles an hour. which paid really for it to me being with Welsh Ambulance. It affected me, maybe not so much physically, although I did have obviously physical injuries, but mentally. It really, really affected me mentally. My anxiety went through the roof whenever I heard an ambulance siren, and then I stopped going out and all those sort of things. So my depression kicked in. So I was in a pretty dark place for a while, because I knew that I wouldn't be able to go back and work, which didn't help. But lucky enough, I got a bit of help from a therapist, who actually then said, well, why don't I just work in the hospital? So I did that for a while. I actually went in, worked medical side in the hospital, using all the skills I had. Again, with the gift of this, sometimes people say, you should shut up a bit more. Okay. And I've never been able to do that. I try, I must admit. But I went there for a while, and then I thought, well, to be honest, with the insight I had with my own mental health, I think I'd be better off working in that area. So, again, retraining. I retrained again within mental health, and initially went to work in the actual hospital itself, in the acute wards, working with people in the acute wards, and again, I loved it. People think, oh, that's a bit scary, isn't it? I said, well, no, actually, I actually felt very privileged that these guys and clients and patients would trust me to be able to give them that support. It's a privilege. It's not it wasn't a job. I didn't not want to go to work every day. I actually loved it. I looked forward to going to work. And then after a couple of years and learning all these new skills, I decided then to move into the community area, and I'm still working for the NHS within the community, but this is how, funny enough, I got into hypnotherapy a few years back, because I was delivering different techniques to clients, things like CBT or the mindfulness. I was doing groups, doing one-to-ones, and then I took over from somebody that was doing a guided imagery relaxation class every week, and I took that over. And they have a lot of the same clients week by week, and they've had them for years, some of them. And so I went in and took over from that, and the NHS gave me my script to read. There you go, you read this, you're going to the beach, and you're going to the forest, and you go. Anyway. And initially, I read what I was supposed to read, and but I thought these guys could get so much more out of this. Now, I didn't know anything about hypnotherapy at that time, but I knew about relaxation, and I knew how to do that relaxation. And, progressive muscle relaxation, PMRs, easy peasy. So I started to change. So I put down that script, and maybe I still did take them to wherever I felt like on that day. And sometimes I just ask them, where do you want to go? Because it's all about them anyway. It always has to be about the client. It's not about us, it's not about me, it's about them getting something out of it. So, I used to use that PMR, progressive muscle relaxation, and even I started taking them down the staircase. That's right. And as you step down, you're going to go deeper and deeper into relaxation. 10, 9, 8. You know what I mean, guys. You know what I mean. And that's what I was doing. But and then some of these guys, they've been going there for years, said how they really, really enjoyed it. But they said it's not actually. They felt like they were hypnotized. I was hypnotizing them. So I still do that now. I still do that now exactly the same way as I do it. I do it without that script, and I use that on a weekly basis. You know, I've also been using it, funny enough, one to one and in groups for the NHS for staff. It's really funny. The NHS don't recognise hypnotherapy at this moment in time. Well, in North Wales, they don't. I haven't really looked anywhere else. As a therapy for within mental health, or just with their patients anyway. So it's not recognised. So I'm not allowed to deliver it to the guys I work with within the mental health. But the NHS do allow me to do it with staff. Who knew? I didn't. But and all the way through COVID, I've been doing I've been doing groups and one-to-ones, face to face, obviously, social distance within the hospital, giving them some short, sharp support, really, and it's worked really, really well. Am I charged? No, of course I'm not charging. Why would I charge the guys at the NHS? You know, same as, you know, would you charge the police, or would you anybody on the front line? Why would you charge them? You know, guys, you should do it. If you know, or charities, go and do it with charities, or whoever you decide to do it. But go and do it, because if you're just new to this, that practice is you're going to get so much more back than what you're giving. Funny enough, even though you're giving lots of yourself, what it gives you back is huge amounts. So, as I said, I'm still working for the NHS within mental health. So I also use those skills and pass some of those techniques that I know from working within mental health, like your breathing and your mindfulness and 5 ways to well-being, all those sort of things, to help. But mostly, when I'm doing hypnotherapy, I love working, even though I still do smoking cessation and weight loss. Well, with weight loss, I've actually got a personal trainer as well, and a nutritionist that work alongside me when we have clients, so that we can be, well, not different, but better, I think. Trying to get that weight loss healthily. Do I do gastric banding? Do I do? Yeah, of course I do. Traffic lights, yeah, I do all of that as well. But I do suggest at times that, I do have a nutritionist that can do a plan for them, and I do have a personal trainer that can give that sort of plan for them for where they are at that moment in time. But what I love doing is working with people with trauma, or PTS and all those sort of things, and it's so rewarding anyway. It's rewarding just helping people, making differences in their lives. It's so rewarding. So, guys, just enjoy it, because it's fantastic. I love it. I eat shit. Oh, sorry, I also swear. But I eat shit and drink hypnosis at this moment in time. It's funny, where I am now to where I was when I first qualified. Yeah, I've got, certificates, but you need clients, not certificates, I remember learning. I went to this. I couldn't afford to pay a full amount for training all in one go, so I found a school that would take so much per month for each module that I did over a year. So I paid for it over a year, you know. And if I knew now what I didn't know then, I would have done it totally differently, because I suppose I got 2/3 through this module, and every month I had exams and essays and learning about Freud and writing this. You need to write a script this month. Old school. Yeah, old school. Did I get things out? Yeah, I did get things out. I did learn things that sometimes pop into your head now and again. You know, those little nuggets of information. But I'd nearly finished, and I was trawling the internet, as you do when you're learning. You know, trying to find out different things and different techniques, and before I'd qualified, and I came across this guy. It was a breath of fresh air, cocky guy. I don't know if you know him, but I won't tell you his name, but this might give it away. Sorry, Carl. But what a breath of fresh air that was. Finding Carl Smith online, and I learned more from watching his videos, his free videos, by the way, giving you all this wonderful information, giving you all these techniques for free online. I learned more there, 10 times more there than I ever learned when I did that whole year with a hypnotherapy school. Fantastic. To the point. No bullshit. No, really, you know, it was just eye-opening for me. And you know, as I said, giving things back to us, to other hypnotherapists, and hopefully in the future I'd like to be doing the same, giving it back for free. There's plenty of room for everybody. You know, as long as you don't get in that village. You know, I'm in the village, so this is where I work. Well, no, you don't. You've got the whole world to work for. Okay? So, and from Carl, I then found Mike Mandel. I found Melissa Tears. I found Freddie Jacquin, and many others. All of which are also giving you free information. So, guys, what you need to do is to go out and look and watch these guys and listen and learn. You'll get so much out of that. You know, don't look at, you know, if you're looking at the schools, make sure you really research these schools before you know. If it says script, unless you're going to be doing things like guided imagery, that sort of thing, and your client asks for that, I can understand the point of that. But, you know, I prefer to work content free. I'm working with the person that sat in front of me, working with that client. You know, I'm watching that client, see what's happening, which way to go, you know. So that's a little bit about me. This is where I am now. As you can see, I'm a bit blah, 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 all the time. I can't help that. That's just part of me. And I do that, funny enough, with client. You know, I use humour with client. You know, I don't just sit there and go, oh, so, Mrs. Smith, now we're going to go down this road. And you can find... No, I don't do that. I'm me. And I do say to clients, I apologise now, but there are times when I do drop a bollock. Sorry, swear. And so, but that's just me. That's the way I work. And I suppose a little bit like Carl, take it or leave it, really. You know, that's the way I work. And hey, I got people that don't like me, people that sort of look at my videos probably and go like that at all. No, but hey, I'm not everybody's cup of tea. But then again, I drink beer. Ha! Anyway, guys, nice to see you. Nice to talk to you. I hope, I'm not quite sure how long this video has been, but I've actually done one earlier than this, and I think this is half as long as that. Dear, you know, it's funny, you know, you say, I've been watching Carl all week, funny enough, and he said about doing a video about yourself, and to make it around, you know, around 3 minutes time, about 3 minutes should do it. Yeah, fuck that, didn't I, Carl? Guys, look after yourself. As I said, go and check out Gandalf. He's fantastic, and all the other ones that I've mentioned as well, you know. And give your time. You want to practice with people, give your time for free, you know. Like Carl says, go and, you know, see, go and work for people like the NHS or for the charities, for the services, for the front line. Go and just do it. That practice you'll get doing that, and not only get the practice to make you a better hypnotherapist, you'll become a better hypnotherapist because you will get back. You will get back, as comes in there. You will get it back tenfold. Tenfold. So, anyway, I'm gonna. Sorry, I just looked at my little pug. I think he's bored now. I'll just show you. No, I won't show you. He's sound asleep. He's sound asleep down there. But hey, as I said, guys, nice to chat to you. I hope you've got this far. If not, that's fine. You know, I can't make you watch me. I will tell you something, guys. When you're doing a video, if you can, I didn't do it with this one, but if you can, make sure you grab them within that first 10 seconds. Because that's about how long you've got for your clients to buy you. That's the best bit of advice. 10 seconds. I used to work on stage. I walk on stage. If I haven't got them in 10 seconds, you know, it made that night hard. Made it hard. But if you go on there, grab them in that first 10 seconds, and they buy what you're selling, which is you. That's what you're selling. Okay, you're also got your hypnotherapy and your practice and all that side. But initially, they have to buy you. If they don't buy you, they're not going to have any therapy from you. If they don't, that makes sense. Anyway, I'm going because I'm going rattling on and rattling on and rattling on and rattling on like a bloody record. Guys, look after yourselves. Have a great weekend. As I said right at the beginning, I can go out and go walking everywhere, driving everywhere. Hey, you ain't got long to wait, UK. You're just behind us. Okay, look after yourselves, guys. Stay safe. Ta-da.